Let's start with the first illustration of vertical balance sheet. Let's see what they have given. So balance sheet as on 31st March 2019. Capital will be shareholders funds. Reserves will be shareholders funds. We need to classify. 12% loan borrowed funds. Current liabilities will be current liabilities, or you can say working capital. Working capital. Fixed assets. Investments, current assets, working capital. Let's try to arrange this horizontal balance sheet into vertical balance sheet. Let's prepare the format. Illustration 1. We'll have vertical balance sheet. As on, let's check the year 31st March 2019. Done. Let's prepare this format. Two columns we'll prepare. Done. Particulars rupees. Particulars rupees. Illustration 1. Okay, so Roman number 1. What is the format, guys? Sources of funds. We just need to copy paste and arrange them in vertical format. Now we'll write only one name. We'll say shareholders funds. You can use the word owners funds, proprietor funds also. We'll use the word shareholders funds. In that, let's say what we have. We have capital. How much capital we have? 50,000. Reserves we have 15,000. Add reserves. Add reserves. Plus minus signs preferably not allowed. Right? Full word add less. No miscellaneous expenditure. So the grand total of this is nothing but net worth. Guys, remember, share capital, add reserves, less any miscellaneous expenditure, I get net worth of 65,000. On the outer column, next line, this was A. Fine. This is B. We have borrowed funds. Let's go for borrowed funds. I think we have loan, 12% loan, 30,000. Only one item. So directly outer column. 12% loan. So grand total comes to 95,000. This is total funds available, or you can say capital employed. What you can say? Capital employed. I hope the balance sheet liability side is clear. You can say total funds available or capital employed. Now let's go for the second half of the balance sheet, that is Roman number 2, which will say application of funds. Application of funds. Now we have first is fixed assets. You can name AB. Fixed assets. How much fixed assets we have? Let's see. 60,000. Straight outer column because no bifurcation is given. We have investments B. Investments, how much? 10,000. So we have three heads in the asset side: fixed assets, investment, and the third part will be working capital. This is just, guys, the presentation of the balance sheet from horizontal to vertical. And working capital, we have current assets minus current liabilities. This time we'll not bifurcate because we don't have bifurcation of quick and non-quick. Current assets, I like less current liabilities. Now how much current assets I have? 55,000 and current liabilities 30,000. So we'll go from inner to outer. 55 minus 30,000. I'll keep a bracket so that I don't forget that I have to minus it. 30,000 माइनस करने के बाद 55 माइनस 30 25 आएगा और ये तीनों का टोटल हो जाएगा 95. सो द ग्रैंड टोटल ऑफ दिस इज 95,000. दिस इज टोटल funds applied, or you can say capital employed also. Both are correct. Both are correct. That's it. This is illustration 1 of your textbook. I hope it is very clear. Let me do this formatting properly. This is your vertical balance sheet, sum number 1. Let's go for the next question. That is illustration 2. It's clearly mentioned, convert the following balance sheet into vertical balance sheet. Balance sheet on 31st March 2020. Capital, shareholders funds. Reserves and surplus, shareholders funds. 12% loan, borrowed funds. Current liabilities, we have working capital. Again, fixed assets, fixed assets. Investments, investments. Current assets, working capital. Let's arrange this balance sheet. Illustration 2. This is vertical balance sheet as on 31st March 2020. Let's prepare the balance sheet. Done. This will be particulars. This is my rupees. This is my rupees. Let's start again with the same pattern. Roman number 1, sources of funds. Exactly what we did. Below that, we'll write shareholders funds. Again, I'll repeat, you can use the word shareholders funds, owners funds, proprietor funds, anything. Below that, we'll write capital. How much capital they have given? 80,000. Add reserves. Give a number to this. Fine. Add reserves. How much reserves we have? 20,000. We don't have any miscellaneous expenditure. So this total goes to outer column 1 lakh. This is nothing but net worth. We have B borrowed funds. Borrowed funds. Let's see what we have. I think we had loan. 12% loan, 24,000. So only single items outer column. We have total of 1 lakh 24. This is my liability side. This is total funds available. Or you can say capital employed. Let's go for Roman number 2. Application of funds. In this, first we have fixed assets. Let's see how much fixed assets we have. 75,000. Single, so outer column. Investments we have. Investments, how much we have? 20,000. And then we have working capital. Which is nothing but current assets minus current liabilities. This is my balance sheet tally amount. Let's see what is current assets and current liabilities. Current assets 44,000. Current liabilities 15,000. 44 minus 15. Let's minus this. 44 minus 10, 34. 34 minus 5, 29. 75 plus 20, 95. 95, 105, 115, 135, 124,000. That's it. We'll say this is total funds applied, or you can say applied, yes, correct, or you can say capital employed. We'll use the same words and everything so that you don't get confused. I'll give A to this, B to this, C to this. This is it. Illustration 2 of your textbook. I hope it is very clear. Let's move ahead. We'll go for the next part, that is income statement. Question number 3. Okay, let's start with the vertical income statement. Let's continue guys with the vertical income statement. Now how to prepare vertical income statement वो हम सीखने वाले. So illustration 3, convert the following trading and profit and loss account into vertical income statement for the so it is given trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2019. Let's classify. Opening stock कहाँ जाएगा? COGS. Purchases COGS. Wages COGS. Gross profit is gross profit. Sales. Closing stock less COGS. Guys, remember what is COGS? Opening stock, add purchase, add direct expense, less closing stock. Office expense मतलब administrative expense. Selling expense मतलब selling expense. Finance expense मतलब finance expense. This is net profit. Gross profit. Let's arrange this vertical income statement. Let's arrange this horizontal trading P&L into vertical income statement. So we'll go for illustration 3. We'll write vertical income statement. For the year ended, what was the year ending? 31st March 2019. Let's prepare this. This will be particulars. Rupees. Let's start with number 1. One second. Number 1. Income. We have sales. How much? 11 lakh. Less sales returns. Not given. Just writing. Better if you write dash, you get 11 lakh. You get net sales. Number 2, expenses. In expenses, we have cost of goods sold. I'll say less. One second. Less cost of goods sold. Write properly. Less cost of goods sold. In that we have opening stock, add purchases, don't write direct expenses, directly write add wages, and next write less closing stock. No need to write direct expenses, direct the name of the expense, it's okay. So I prepared the format OPDC. Now let's fill the figures. Opening stock 3 lakh 50, purchase 7 lakh in the inner column. Wages how much? 50,000. The total comes to 11 lakhs. Less closing stock. Let's see what is the closing stock. 2 lakhs. I'll give a bracket because I'm going to deduct it. This total will go outer column. Sales minus COGS, that is 11 minus 2, 9 lakhs. ये पूरा माइनस होगा सेल्स में से, तो आपको ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट मिलेगा 11 minus 9, 2 lakhs. This is number 3, gross profit, which is nothing but 1 minus 2. In that, for less operating expenses, ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंसेस में लेट्स सी वी हैव एएसएफ. यस, एएसएफ अपने पास है. ऑफिस एक्सपेंस, सेलिंग एक्सपेंस, फाइनेंस एक्सपेंस. तो हम वही नाम लिखेंगे. एडमिन ऑफिस एक्सपेंस नहीं लिखेंगे. एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंस 1 लाख. सेलिंग एक्सपेंसेस एंड फाइनेंस एक्सपेंसेस अमाउंट देख के लिख देते हैं. लेट्स से सेलिंग एक्सपेंस 50, फाइनेंस एक्सपेंस 20, 50 एंड 20. इन तीनों का टोटल बाहर लेते हैं. दिस कम्स टू 1,70,000. ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट में से ऑपरेटिंग एक्सपेंस माइनस करेंगे तो आपको ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट मिलेगा. स्टेप वाइज जाएंगे तो एड नॉय, लेस नॉय, तो आपको स्ट्रेट नेट प्रॉफिट भी मिल जाएगा. तो मतलब कहने से माय ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट इज इक्वल टू नेट प्रॉफिट लेस टैक्स आफ्टर टैक्स. वो सब करने की जरूरत नहीं है. सो कहने से इन दिस सम माय ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट इज इक्वल टू माय नेट प्रॉफिट एंड द सम इज ओवर. इट्स वेरी सिंपल. खाली वर्टिकल में अरेंज करना है. I hope the format is clear, guys. Let me revise the linings. Fine. Done. Let's go to the next illustration, guys. That is illustration number 4. Here it is. Convert the following trading and P&L account into vertical income statement. Trading and profit and loss account for the year 31st March 2020. So opening stock again COGS, purchase is COGS, wage is COGS, gross profit, sales, closing stock less COGS. Guys, very simple. Office expense, admin expense, selling expense, finance expense, net profit, and gross profit remains gross profit. Let's prepare quickly the vertical income statement. Illustration 4. This is vertical income statement. For year ended 31st March 2020. Let's prepare the vertical income statement. I hope guys you are understanding it and this will be very helpful for you guys. Let's start preparing the same way like previous one. This will be my particulars. Rupees. Okay, let's start with number 1. Income. We have sales. We have less sales returns. What we have written here, so we'll get net sales. Let's understand how much sales we have. 12 lakhs, no returns. We'll go on the outer column, 12 lakhs for net sales. I hope it is very clear. Roman number 2, yeah, number 2, expenses. I'm just preparing like the previous one. Less cost of goods sold. Now, okay, we have opening stock, add purchases, add wages. Straight away, I think we have wages. Yes, no direct expenses to be written. Leave one line. We have less closing stock. Fine. Let's see. Opening stock 2 lakh, purchase 9 lakh. Wages 1 lakh. So the total comes to 12 lakhs. Less closing stock 3 lakhs. Nine lakhs. The cost of goods sold answer. 12 minus 9, 3 lakhs. Gross profit. This will be number 3. Which is nothing but 1 minus 2. Number 4. Less operating expenses. In this, we have ASF, that is administrative expenses. We have selling expenses. We have finance expenses. Fine. 1 lakh 25 is the office, 1 lakh and 30. So 1 lakh 25,000, 1 lakh and 30,000. 225 and 30 will give me 255. And I think 45,000 is my operating profit. So number 5 will be my operating profit. Or you can say net profit, because we don't have noi. So basically this is the income statement. Let's prepare it properly and done. So I'll revise the rulings first. 1 second. So this is the income statement that which we have prepared. So two sums on vertical balance sheet, two sums on vertical panel. I hope guys the concept is clear, the format is clear, and the presentation part is also clear. Thank you very much.